next guest is a writer and correspondent for The Daily Show. He also co-author of the brand new book, Wigfield. Please welcome Stephen Colbert. Now, this is a little awkward, but I got to bring it up. You applied once. I didn't even remember this, but you applied a long time ago to be a writer on this show.
Did I?
Yes, you did. Like, this is almost 10 years ago, I think, when we were first getting started.
Haven't heard back yet from you guys.
This is my way of letting you know that we're still thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually very thrilled. It was about 10 years ago. The first thing I submitted to you guys is I thought, you know, everybody's got a cityscape.
Right.
Why not do something a little realer and a little bit newer and have a working farm behind you? Actually truck in soil, plant crops.
Right.
Have chickens.
Right.
And every so often you could just say to your guests, let's go check out the farm.
Let's go.
And you'd have a little tractor you could take around to the back. You could harvest eggs and then hold them up in front of the chickens and saying, I'm taking your baby.
Why would you do that? That's a terrible idea.
They don't understand.
Yes, they do when you mock them like that. Also, no, I love that idea, actually, because everyone has this. Everyone has, oh, look, it's New York. Ooh.
Exactly.
But having a working farm, that would be great.
Right, and then come harvest time, you could go across the border to Connecticut to, like, a small liberal arts college, say Fairfield, and get some co-eds and smuggle them back to New York in the trunk of your car and force them to harvest your crop. Just sort of your version of migrant workers.
Yeah, that's the worst idea I've ever heard. You had me sold on the farm, and now I'm just angry. I don't know what happened. Now, you are well known for your deadpan delivery.
Thank you.
You have a fantastic deadpan delivery. Do you model yourself after anybody?
Oh, absolutely. Stone Phillips.
Stone Phillips.
Stone Phillips, yeah.
Stone Phillips is your...
I think I got the hair. Can we get a shot of the hair?
Yeah.
I think I have the Stone Phillips hair. You have a nice shelf.
Yeah.
Right here. You want a nice, almost a razor-sharp shelf right here.
I think you've got the second best hair here tonight. I really do. I'm saying myself. We should have a hair duel.
Hair off?
A hair duel at some point where we're pounding our hair into each other. It's legal now in Texas. Now, my question is, what are we doing? Why are we... There's no reason to do that. So Stone Phillips is your comedy hero.
Yeah, I like him because he's so manly. You know? I would do anything to have a neck that thick.
Yeah.
You know, it really looks like he could take a bullet. And he likes to punctuate his news with a manly head wag. It really makes him seem more believable. You know, he could say, like, you know, there were no survivors.
And you know, that's done with invisible string, too.
Oh, really?
He doesn't have to do it himself anymore. It's just,
really?
they have fishing line that maneuvers his head.
He's animatronics like the Hall of Presidents?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm sure he'll be thrilled when he finds out what a fan you are.
Yeah, I'm also a huge fan of Geraldo Rivera. I mean,
now you've gone too far.
Well, I like Geraldo Rivera because we're very similar, except that slightly more people laugh at Geraldo than they do at our work at The Daily Show.
They just like his work. They prefer it. Let's talk about The Daily Show. On The Daily Show, you are well known for going out and getting these amazing interviews with strange characters from across America. And you've interviewed, people that actually believe Bigfoot exists, or convinced that Bigfoot exists.
Yeah, I've interviewed a lot of some of the biggest Bigfoot experts in the United States. I've interviewed the people who believe that Bigfoot is endangered. I've interviewed the people who believe that Bigfoot, that the big feet, as they call them, are overpopulating. And that they're destroying their environment. There's not a lot of consensus in the Bigfoot expert community,
There's
unfortunately.
There's a lot of squabbling, yeah. But how could someone think that there is too many Bigfoots running around when no one actually has proof that they exist? How can someone make that argument?
I think a fair amount of Bigfoot experts are early morning drinkers.
Okay.
I actually did. I met somebody in Florida who believed that Bigfoot was in Florida as opposed to the Pacific Northwest, and that Bigfoot was stealing his pot of lentil soup that he would make. And this man greeted me at 10 a.m. stone drunk, shoeless, shirtless, wearing 2 albino Burmese pythons. Yeah.
And these are the people that you're going to for credible scientific information on Bigfoot.
Yeah, those are my experts.
Very nice. I like the Stone Phillips way that you said that, too. You just, yeah.
They are my experts.
Very nice. You could hurt yourself with that.
I think that's how he got the big neck.
He got the big neck from over-tilting that head?
From the twist.
Yeah, and that's a big head he's got, too. That's a big melon. Let's talk about Wigfield. Very funny book.
Thank
In
you.
this book, which you've written with Amy Sedaris and Paul Dinello,
Right.
two very talented people.
I think so.
In this book, you explore this small town, and you play various characters in the book.
We all portray the 21 characters who live in the town.
Right. And you portray, when I heard that, I thought that you would probably be playing, you know, different guys, and actually you play someone known as Raven in the book.
Raven's an exotic dancer,
Right.
I think is how she would describe herself.
And you play, can we just, because I swear to God, I didn't know if this was you. Let's take a look at this shot of Raven. This is actually you.
Jealous?
Yes, I am jealous, and I suddenly want to get to know you better. What?
When my brother Jay saw that, he said, hey, how do we know her? And I pointed at myself, and he goes, okay, how do you know her?
And then what did he do when you explained that that is in fact you?
He was a little disturbed.
Yeah, I would think so. Did that take a lot of doing to get you to look like that?
Well, it's hard to tell from the photo, but I had to have my chest waxed.
Right.
Which is pretty much tortures of the damned. I had a very no-nonsense Eastern European woman who said to me, "We will do your nipples last, because the nipples, they are diverse." And I found out that I could have the hair ripped off my nipples all day. Actually,
You didn't mind it?
No, it's the center of my hair that was so painful.
Right in here.
Right in here. This is the part that turns beet red.
Right.
And then they just photoshopped the rest of my hair out anyway. When we took the photos, so I said, why did I have to be tortured?
Right.
And they're like, oh, we forgot to tell you, we could just Photoshop your hair out.
So they could have just with like Control-Alt-Delete taken the hair off your body anyway, and that wouldn't have been necessary.
Absolutely.
Are you hairless now?
I'm an eel. I'm like an eel. This is fake. These are fake.
That was the strangest exchange I've had in years on this show. Are you hairless now? I'm an eel. Yeah. I'm going to put that on our website immediately. The book is really funny, and people should check it out. Wigfield is going to be performed live at the Lucille Lortel Theater in New York, July 17th through the 19th, and the new book, Wigfield, is in stores now. Stephen Colbert, thank you very much for making time for us.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Gang Star, stick around. Everybody, we're back. The next guests are here with a song from their brand new album entitled The Owners. Please welcome Gang Star featuring Jada Kiss.
Yeah. Well, the Owners, piece of Conan Obsessed. Deep line. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. How's it going? Thank you very much. Thank you for doing it. Hey, thank you. Thank you for doing it. Gang Star, everybody, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around. On a dime. All right, everybody, that's our show. I do want to thank my guest, Reese Witherspoon. It was very nice having her here. I love Reese Witherspoon. Our thanks to Stephen Colbert for being with us. Very funny man. Big thanks to Gang Star for performing. Right over there, Jimmy Bavino and the Max Weinberg. 7:22 for Last Call with Carson Daly. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday. Bye. Do you know who Marlon Brando is?
Sure, he's the actor.
Yeah. Do you find anything particularly funny about Marlon Brando?
He's fat.
He certainly is. No further questions.
Mr. Franken, were you actually present during Mr. O'Brien's Celebrity Address's comedy piece?
No.
I have in my hand the address for Marlon Brando. Would you read it aloud for the court, please?
Marlon Brando, 42 Fat Street, Fatty Town, California.
In your expert opinion, is that a funny joke?
Yeah, no, it's a funny joke. Yeah,
I remind you, sir, that you are under oath.
Okay, it's an awful joke. It's a terrible joke. It's just truly a hacky, terrible joke.
I'm through with him.
Why, Conan? Why?
You can step down, Mr. Franken.
Your Honor, can we fix Mr. Franken's chair, for God's sake?
If you'll excuse me, I have to go finish my book. It should be out in the...
That'll be enough,
Okay,
Mr.
okay.
Franken.